We lived in a trailer because we lost our house in a fire, and we were just kids, you know, middle and high school aged kids, and we needed an escape. I was mowing lawns, I was selling candy, I was selling Smarties at school for 25 cents, literally counting quarters in effort to buy my pair of sneakers.
Yeah.
And that intersection of business alongside the sneaker world, I was 14, like I said, I looked at Joey and I said, hey, like, why can't we do this? PJ Tucker's pulling up right now.
You might have something there.
Full sparkle. It's the ultimate sneaker and streetwear experience. It's somewhere where you can come and not buy a single pair of sneakers or a single t-shirt or whatever it might be and still have a great time.
What a story. So this business unfolded as you were doing it.
It still is.
Will you sell a $50,000 shoe?
Hey Yetta, you know how much love and respect I have for you? Girl,
Ditto.
Why do I feel like I'm your best friend? I just met you.
You are merging of Oprah and Barbara Walters. There you go.
Joining us at the desk today is Emmy Award-winning journalist and anchor. It's Yetta Gibson, everybody.
Welcome to this Arizona's Family Original. Tonight is our show dedicated to streetwear and shoes, starting with the saying you hear all the time, turning your passion into purpose. It's the goal for a lot of people, you know, and two brothers have done just that. They have turned their love for sneakers into a business and community that travels the country with them. And it's gotten the attention of some pretty big names. Tonight, you're going to meet the siblings behind Got Soul. Jonathan and Joey DiModica, the minds behind a traveling sneaker convention attracting tens of thousands across the country. The brothers started Got Soul just as teenagers on the heels of a life-changing tragedy.
I was 14 years old, Joey was 16 years old. We were living in a trailer, actually. We lost our house in a house fire, and we lost everything, you know, from baby pictures to
You
clothes.
mean your whole family?
Our whole family.
Okay.
Yeah, we lived in a trailer because we lost our house in a fire, and we were just kids, you know, middle and high school aged kids, and we needed an escape. You know, we're firm believers that when someone has a tragedy, they lose a family member, they lost their house, you need an outlet,
Right.
you need an escape. And
I agree.
Joey and I's was sneakers, but we had no money, and never mind the audacity to try to ask our working class parents who just lost everything for the money. So, you know, I was reselling sneakers, I was, you know, camping out in line and taking pre-orders. Joey was painting sneakers.
Yeah, I was repainting like people's old sneakers. They would come to me and be like, hey, the paint's tripping or the paint's cracking.
So you're refurbing them.
Literally refurbishing them into somewhat new.
Their determination sparked an idea far beyond just having the coolest kicks.
I was mowing lawns, I was selling candy, I was selling Smarties at school for 25 cents, literally counting quarters in effort to buy my pair of sneakers.
Yeah.
And that intersection of business alongside the sneaker world, we just fell in love with it. And we went to a small sneaker event in Boston, and I looked at Joey and I said, hey, like, why can't we do this?
We made our first flyer in Microsoft Word.
Oh, wow.
You know, if Jonathan would get driven by my parents to stores in Boston with black and white copies of the flyers, because we didn't even have Instagram back then.
Right.
So it was just that and Facebook groups,
Yeah.
right?
So bare bones, yeah.
And the amount of times we would get laughed at saying, you guys don't know what you're doing, you guys are too young, you guys can't do this. What makes you guys think you guys can do this?
You know, there'd be a line of people waiting for a sneaker to come out, and I'd be handing out flyers and saying, you know, I have this event, and they'd be laughing like, what are you talking about? You know, nobody believed in us other than us and our parents.
Jonathan turned to me, I think it was 2 weeks, the 2 week
Two
mark
weeks
right
before,
the
yeah.
event.
Yeah.
We didn't have a ticket sold.
Not one ticket.
And you're talking about this is your first
The first event,
one.
we hadn't sold
Okay.
one ticket 2
And
weeks before.
14-year-old Jonathan turns to 16-year-old Joey and goes, hey, like, we should probably like call this off. Like,
Like nobody's
tickets sold,
coming.
no one's
Right.
gonna
No one's
come.
coming.
And I just told him, hey, like, in the process of doing it, we're doing something cool, let's just do it.
Yeah, even if nobody comes, let's just do
Right.
it.
Before the event, almost 12 o'clock.
That first event was in a small church from the 1800s in Boston that's now torn down, and we had 200 people there. But for two teenage kids, that was the biggest success.
You had no idea what it was going to involve.
We didn't even know there would be a second event. It was during that first
During the
event.
middle of the event, Jonathan got on stage, very squeaky voice, 14. He's
14.
Still baby fat.
And he goes on stage and goes, hey guys, like, thank you so much for coming out. Stay tuned for the next one. We're thinking, what did you say?
January.
We're thinking January.
And you just made that up.
Yeah, just
And
said
no
to
one
Joey,
even know
maybe
who like he
January.
really was, because at the end of the day, like, these people found out, whether they found out through a Facebook group, stores that had flyers at the event, and no one knew who either of us was. They just kind of came for the experience. And then that's when we started to really build it into something.
That's wild.
Yeah.
An early lesson for these two in the power of believing in yourself. Fast forward to today, and you'll find Got Soul in major cities like Miami, Chicago, Philly, and Phoenix. What a story. So this business unfolded as you were doing it.
It still is.
And it still
is. It really still
Yeah.
is. You know,
Yeah.
we're 11 years in. I don't know if we hit first base yet. I mean that sincerely. And I'm not just saying this in a business way. I truly do believe that we are just getting started.
The next move, let's just say it is international.
The amount of people who love sneakers and love streetwear and love this pop culture that we all share is growing. And it's not just here in the US, it's around the world, and more people continue to get into it. I'm telling you, there will be people from around the country and some from international places as well. We've had people come up to us and said, hey, this was my first time coming to America. And they said, hey, I surrounded my first trip to America around your Got Soul event. And now I'm gonna go to this city or that city. And to do that and to bring people from literally around the world, I'd say it's the ultimate sneaker and streetwear experience. It's somewhere where you can come and not buy a single pair of sneakers or a single t-shirt or whatever it might be and still have a great time because of the atmosphere you walked into, the community that you had, the celebrity that you saw there shopping, the connection or friendship that you made. It's a party that just is packaged into something that's surrounded around sneakers and streetwear.
You can go into any store, any sneaker store in the mall, around Phoenix, whatever, and buy yourself a nice pair of heels or Jordan 4s or Air Forces.
These are great, right?
I like them.
Very nice. But like, for example, you can go into any, store and buy any sneaker you want.
For sure.
Don't get me wrong, nothing against resale shops or even retail stores, but the experience is limited within those walls, right?
Another thing you may not find at your local mall, some massive star power. Ben Affleck, Rick Ross, Bronny James, Dennis Rodman, even D-backs legend Randy Johnson are all fans.
Randy Johnson, actually the Phoenix and Arizona legend, he actually reached out to me and reached out to Got Soul and said that he wanted to sell some of his own sneakers. And we have a podcast episode we did with Randy, and we helped him sell sneakers, and we helped him put it together.
You wouldn't look at them and think automatically they're a sneakerhead, but if you go to their page, their Instagram page, or if you see paparazzi photos of Ben Affleck and, oh wow, he's wearing those sneakers, he's wearing those sneakers, oh, Michael Phelps has his son in X, Y, and Z sneakers, it all starts to click.
Yeah, it makes sense. And you're bringing people together.
The beautiful part is there's sneakers at that event that are $50 and they're cool looking sneakers. And there's sneakers that are $50,000.
Right,
When we see 6-year-old kids who will be there, you will see 60, 70-year-old men who loved Michael Jordan 40 years ago or 30 years ago.
And they want to get those old ones.
The ability to divide amongst class, race, age, interest, etc. for one common interest it's so rare. It really is.
Will you sell a $50,000 shoe?
There 100% will be a
Several.
All right, we're on the back loading dock right now. PJ Tucker's pulling up right now. Joey, time number 3 for PJ.
Are your parents proud of you?
I hope so. They say they are, so I think so. One piece of advice I would give, to 14-year-old Jonathan is only you know. At the end of the day, I think we live in a world where everyone lives in their palm and they look and they say, oh, there's this person saying I should do this on social media and they're asking for this advice. The best advice that you can get is in the mirror. Everyone else is going to say to do X, Y, or Z, or you should do an event here, or you should have this going on or that. And even if they're right on paper, they're wrong because it's not your idea and your dream.
That's great advice. You can look out for Got Soul to return to Phoenix soon. And by the way, the brothers told me they love this city. The power of self-expression. Comfort is key. Perhaps we buy the shoes because they're so comfortable, so we buy more and more and more. The emotional bond. Are you emotionally attached to your shoe? Are you? Digging our heels into shoe obsessions. Coming up, your responses to our In the Chat question this week, plus the world record holder for the largest sneaker collection, the most valuable shoes he has, and he has ties to Arizona. That's coming up. All right, welcome back to this Arizona's Family Original. It is time for In the Chat, and it's time for you to weigh in on this week's topic. It is shoes. Check this out. I have secretly always felt that the mild obsession I have with shoes, stilettos, heels could be studied or should be studied. Found this article. It's called The Fascination Psychology Behind the Love for Footwear. Just to touch on a few of the topics in this article, the power of self-expression. Comfort is key. Perhaps we buy the shoes because they're so comfortable, so we buy more and more and more. The emotional bond. Are you emotionally attached to your shoes? And we're not just talking women here. Men and their tennis shoes, that is the thing. That's almost the same as my stiletto. I hate to call it an issue. My stiletto love. Let's talk about it in the chat. Oh, it's just love, folks. It's a good one, and a lot of you had a lot to say. Here are some of your responses. My family teases me about how many shoes I have. My family helped me move years ago from one house to another. They stopped counting at 70 shoes. I wear them all, different seasons, outfits, occasions. Each has his own shoe box that you can see through. That's very cool. Another one of you said, see, the great thing about Jordans is that you can wear them anywhere and no one thinks twice. The last one, it is a power and confidence that heels give a woman like a weapon that men just don't have. Ain't that the truth? All good answers. And now it's time to bring in the expert. I'm talking about somebody who has had thousands of shoes at once. Jordan Geller is the Guinness World Record holder for the world's largest sneaker collection and the creator of the world's first sneaker museum. It's called Shoeseum. Did I mention he is an Arizona Wildcat too? Jordan is here now to talk more about shoe culture and your own obsession and how appropriate your name is, Jordan.
Yes, I think that's where my love of sneakers first came from.
Yeah, that was going to be my first question. So your name is Jordan and you're like, oh my goodness, Jordan shoes. And then what happened? What made you become so obsessed?
So my middle name is actually Michael. So I share Michael Jordan's full name, and I grew up in the 1980s when MJ was doing incredible things on the basketball court, wearing the coolest shoes around.
That is crazy.
I just grew up always wanting his sneakers.
Okay, so I mentioned that you are a Guinness Book World Record holder. So how many shoes do you have, or have you had at a time?
I was featured in the 2013 Book of Guinness World Records for the world's largest sneaker collection, which was 2,388 pairs.
I'm sorry, say that number again.
2,388 pairs.
You know, we've had some people on who have had shoe collections that are massive, not that massive, of course, but how do you collect all of those? You just had a pool of money sitting by and you bought every shoe that you wanted, or did you go to auctions? How do you collect that many shoes and purchase that many?
In 2001, I started a resale business where I would buy sneakers at swap meets and the mall and the outlet stores, and I would sell them for more money on the internet. And in 2009, I had this idea that I could curate the history of Nike shoes and build the world's first sneaker museum.
And it became a reality, Shoeseum. And tell me how many people go to that every year?
Well, it's no longer open to the public.
Oh, okay.
But when it was, I had lots and lots of visitors. Bunch of Nike executives and designers came to check out my collection, and the general public came for tours too. I would do tours of 40 people at a time, and it was so much fun walking people through my creation. I felt like I was Willy Wonka walking people into the chocolate.
You know, we just talked about these guys who had an obsession for shoes as kids, so you could really open that thing back up and do a good job. My producers tell me you have some items with you that you want to show me. Can you show me what you got?
Yes, I got my white gloves on and everything.
Okay, this is big time.
Yeah, this is my most special pair of sneakers.
What are those?
Let me just grab one so we can talk about it.
Well, they
so
look
this is
dirty.
Yes, it's a Nike Moon shoe. This was the very first Nike shoe ever made. And they feature waffle soles, which was the first major innovation at Nike. And this shoe's from 1972, which was the first year of Nike.
And how much did you pay for those? How did you get the first pair of Nikes?
I'm very fortunate. I've been collecting sneakers for 25 years.
Yeah.
And I found the owner of these sneakers on Facebook, of all places. And I knew exactly what they were when I found them and when I found him.
Yeah.
And when I introduced myself to him, his name's Mark Covert. He told me that he still has his Nike Moon shoes and he wasn't sure what he was going to do with them. So it took me about 9 months to convince him to sell them to me.
Right.
And they're my most prized possession.
Yeah.
In 2019, I sold a similar pair of these shoes at auction, and they went for $437,500, which was another Guinness World Record. It was the most expensive pair of sneakers ever sold.
Okay, you never told me how much you paid for that pair, though. You know, I'm a journalist. You didn't answer my question.
That's a big secret.
Okay. My last question, we only have a couple seconds left. We talked about the study and what people, you know, what's the reason behind it? Is it obsession? Is it status? Are you emotionally attached to them? What's your reason for having so many of these sneakers and shoes?
For me, it was about fulfilling my childhood dream. When I was a kid, I always wanted these shoes. My parents wouldn't buy them for me because they were too expensive.
Yeah.
So when I became a grown-up and started making my own money, I just had to go back and buy everything that I ever wanted when I was a kid. And I decided to turn all of that into the shoezy.
Wow, what a story. And I'm so happy you found time in your day to talk to us. Thank you so much. And I'm going to tell you again, you should open that museum back up. You're going to make a lot more money than you're making now.
Thank you for having me, Yetta.
Jordan, thank you.
You gotta take our sneaker shopping with us today.
Oh, come on.
You can't be walking with us looking with us.
I thought these were cool. Humbling to say the least. Coming up, we're going to introduce you to Cool Kicks, the man behind those viral videos. If you're a sneakerhead, you know, a massively successful sneaker shop as well he has. He helps me find the perfect pair. That's coming up next.
Trust. All right, 15, 50, 16, 50. All right, let's do that. 15, 50, 16, 50, coin flip. 2 olives, Travis's.
Kids Party Live with my boy Cool Kids.
Yes, sir, yes,
We're
sir.
about to do 15, 50, 16, 50 coin flip for both of these sizes. You already know. Let's get it.
What should we do, heads or tails? What do y'all think? Heads or tails? Heads or tails? Tails?
Tails.
We got a coin.
I got a coin.
15, 50 is our first coin for the day.
Ready?
Tails.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Hit the ground.
That's a flip.
Heads, baby, heads.
What is it?
Heads.
Oh! We won! Who wants free shoes?
This is serious stuff here. A coin flip seals the deal. And tonight's Not Done Yetta. I checked out Got Soul when it made a stop here in Phoenix. And I ran into one guy who has become a full-blown star and businessman by creating viral videos all around sneakers and other collectibles. He even helped me find my own perfect pair.
You gotta take our sneaker shopping with us today.
Oh, come
You can't
on.
be walking with us looking with us.
I thought these were cool.
They're aight.
You're probably wondering what's going on here. I was too, but I learned it's all part of that Got Soul experience Joey and Jonathan were talking about earlier.
What makes it special that it's one time a month for 6 hours.
This is a
Soul's
moment.
one day, one moment,
Yeah.
you need to be there.
Right.
And that FOMO that people get that they should have is what makes it so special.
I love that. It's one of the only places where you're going to find other big name sneaker influencers like VIP guest Cool Kicks. His real name is Adil Shams, and he's the founder of Cool Kicks, the company, another leader in sneaker culture and streetwear. Adil spends big money at Got Soul conventions to supply his own stores in LA.
How much money are you spending today?
Probably 100 to 200,000.
How much have you spent so far?
So far we spent 2,000. What did we spent? Like 600, 2,100 in like 2 minutes.
You got a lot more to go.
Oh, a lot. We haven't even gone through this stuff. We have a packed house. We can't wait to like show love and give back to the community. It's fun.
Look at all your fans out
No, it's love. These are the people that support us at our stores, watch us on YouTube. watch us on our live streams. It's pretty crazy meeting a lot of these people.
From live streams to YouTube videos, Cool Kicks social media platforms rake up huge numbers and engagement. But much like Got Soul, it's taken years.
I've known these guys for many years, and I've seen a long way, couple hundred people to a couple thousand people. It's a massive growth.
How you feel about the best in the world right here? There's a lot of sneaker stores, but these guys just do it different. They're live streaming in the front on Twitch. They're live streaming in the back selling on Whatnot. They're recording for YouTube. They have a celebrity there. They got the music on. They're doing basketball shots. A deal and a team. They just get it. People think that both of these companies, Cool Kicks and Got Soul, blew up overnight. And we're both 10 years in the making.
Nearly a decade.
10 years to be overnight successes. So
We're just passionate about the industry. That's how you have to enjoy what you do. Because if you don't have a passion for it, you're not going to enjoy it.
Yet another example of believing in yourself. Now, back to that initial comment about my shoes.
You got to take her sneaker shopping with us today.
Oh, come on!
You can't be walking with us looking with us.
I thought these were cool.
High top or low tops?
whatever you think is cool.
We got you. We're going to get a drip out today.
So I went on the hunt to redeem myself in the eyes of sneakerheads, of course. And my eyes caught some white Kobe 6s.
200 or 275 point flip. What do you want to call it?
No, I'm going to let you do the whole thing. You said my shoes were bad, so I'm going to let you correct everything.
I'll do heads. Let's get it, heads. It's all good. I was a man of my word. But she's walking this around with us. So I was like, she can't walk with those.
These are great.
Those are better.
Thank you so much, Cool Kicks. You can find 2 of his locations in LA, another one in Vegas at Caesars. Thank you so much for watching this Arizona's Family original. You can connect with me on Instagram. Hearing from all of you is one of my favorite parts of the show. Our handle is down below. We'll see you again real soon. Oh my God, I'm doing so poorly.
Probably 6 to 7 times a day post.
So that's on every platform.
Yeah, I
too.
suck. You cannot pause.
Okay. Okay, cool. I'm ready.
I'm the one that chooses to move on.
Okay. Cool. That's a fair fight.
Do you have a coin? You got a coin? Anybody got a coin?